Hello, everyone. Welcome to Glutes and Legs, your express workout. This is part of the 7-day challenge, but you can do this workout anytime you just want a quick leg burn. Today, I have two 12-pound weights. You can also do this workout without any weights, and I have a resistance loop. This is a part of a pack of 5. I think this is the medium. You can grab anything. I'm going to use it above the knees for the most part. So if you have one of those, grab that. Make sure you have a nice clear space. I'm just going to grab a towel. Sometimes it's nice to have a towel if you are on your knees, if you need a little extra padding. So we're going to be standing and on the floor. I'm looking to get done in about 20 to 25 minutes with a warm up and a stretch. So let's get going. So make sure you have some water near you. Remember, regardless of the workout, whether it's a strength-focused workout like this or a cardio session or flexibility, you need to be hydrated. So you want to make sure you get that adequate hydration in before your workout. A little bit of, a sip here and there during the workout, not big gulps because your stomach might get upset, and then rehydrate a little bit after. Aim for 2 to 3 liters a day. 2 is great, 3 is even better. So that's just going to help everything from your digestion to just keeping your muscles hydrated, your mind hydrated. Sometimes when we start to be like a little fuzzy thinking when we're dehydrated, it could lead to allowing you to think you're hungry when you're really thirsty. So it's so important, so important. All right, let's get those legs nice and warm. Take a nice big deep breath. Exhale and roll the shoulders back twice. Let's do that again. You can flow through this at your own pace. Even though it's lower body, we do want to get the upper body nice and warm. So we're just trying to get about a 2 to 3 minute warm up in. If you need more, you can always take it. Last one. And we're going to go squats down and up. So we know our good squat form, hips go back first and then we go down. All right, I'm just going to move this back a little bit. I feel like I'm going to knock over my sign. And let's tap the floor or tap towards the floor and bring the arms up, just elevating the heart rate a little bit. Now, I'm not ready to hit the floor because what I want to do is have my lower body bring me to the squat, not doing this. Okay, so only go as far as you are good with right now. As you get warmer, you'll get down there. And sometimes just pausing, you can get an extra little inch or two. Down there. Good. One more. And last one. Good. We're just going to go to a little standing cat-cow. So round and open. We want to make sure our core is warm. We want to make sure that we're moving through our spine. Good. Round and open. You can go into a little back extension there. Just make sure the abdominals are engaged. Good. Last one. Good. We're going to open up our feet a little wider. We're going to bend right and left. Good. Bend. So this is a lateral squat. Our feet are planted. Let's tap it down. So we're going to tap and up. Tap and up. Good. Imagine having a dumbbell in your hand that you're going to switch. Okay. That's going to be one of our moves today. But you can come all the way up. We're just warming up. Good. You're going to feel that inner thigh as well. You can have a slight toe turn out there, but not like a deep plie or anything. We're sitting those hips back. Good. Last one. Good. We're going to bring our hands above our knees. You can bring the feet in a little bit. Bring your shoulder down side to side. Good. Just want to kind of warm up those obliques a little bit. Good. 3, 2, and 1. We're going to circle those arms big. Good. And bring those arms down and just tap side to side. Just keep the chest open. Good. This feels good. Open up the chest, open up the heart, open up the mind for your workout today. Last 2 and last 1. Just pivoting through those hips. Good. All right. One more movement that we're going to do is a hip hinge. So we're going to find that crease. Very different than a squat. This is a hinge move. We use it in kettlebell swings or skier swings or deadlifts. And we're going to just reach down. Again, it's not about touching your toes. It's about hinging. So let's do 1 hip hinge and 1 squat. So whenever you're ready, we're going to hip hinge and squat. So this is a good way to kind of separate these two movements. Good. Press into those heels. So if you were using your fitness tracker for this workout, I would put it in the functional strength training, or if you have a weights or strength training category, I would put it into that last one. Nice. Shake it out, grab a drink. We're going to go down to the floor for our first move. We're going to work on mobility a little bit. All right. So if you need something for your knees, and just put it right under your knees. If you need a little extra padding, our hands are going to be under our shoulders. Our hips are going to be right in line with our knees. And we're going to just cat-cow. We did this standing. We're just going to move, articulate that spine, rounding, and then dropping the tailbone, eyes forward. Good. Just warming up a little bit more. Good. Nice. Last one. Okay. Good. Before we put that band on, we're just going to hold here. We're just going to mobilize. So we're going to take our left knee and circle it 4 times in one direction, and then 4 times in the other direction, and go really slow. Just want to really get that hip mobility. Last one, and then we'll go to the other side. So it doesn't matter which way you start. I usually start coming forward and then circling out. So 4 or 5 in each direction. And you might feel one way feels a little better, keeping that spine neutral. Good. Last one. All right, good. Come on down. We're going to go on our back, and we're going to put this band on. So we're going to start with some glute work, and this will get you nice and warm for when we stand. All right, so we're going to put that band, if you have it, above the knees. If you want to add additional resistance, you can take a dumbbell, and I like to have that towel here so that it just kind of protects your hips if it feels uncomfortable. Now, you don't need both. You can do this with no resistance at all. So you're going to press against that band just a little bit. It's going to give you some light resistance. You might have a fabric band. That's fine too. This is going to be 45 seconds. We're going to just kind of build on these moves. So your feet are flat. Okay, a little press out on the band, and we're going to do a bridge. So we're going to go up and partial down. So find the top. We're not looking to arch our back. We're looking for that ski slope position. So a straight line from maybe the shoulders to the knees. Don't worry about how high you come up. Just make sure you're squeezing through those glutes. Just getting everything warm. This is also a wonderful move for the spine. But again, if the weight or the band add too much, you can take one or both away. So we've got 45 seconds. I'm not going to really rest in between these moves, but you can always rest in between. So make sure you're actively pressing out on that band. It doesn't have to be big, just pressing out. Use your breath. Okay, we're getting to the end. I'll let you know when to hold it up. If you need a little break, you can absolutely hug those knees into your chest and remove that weight for a second. Good. Hold the next one up. And we're going to go up an inch, down an inch. So now we're holding pressure out on the band. We're holding the weight. And we're just going up an inch, down an inch. I'm really feeling it with the weight and with the band. Good. Just up an inch, down an inch. Make sure your core is tight. Good. So we're going to do some movements that are like this, working both legs at the same time or both glutes, and some that are more unilateral in nature. Good. One leg at a time is great for like a deadlift or a single leg squat, something like that. Single leg glute bridge, great too. Good. Squeeze. This could be as hard as you want to make it. Hold this one up. Now hold it up and just go out and in, but we're not going in too much. I'm actually going to take the weight away. So, and if you are holding the weight there, make sure you're not feeling any tension in the shoulders. Sometimes just pulling down away from the shoulder will feel better. You don't want to have tension in the neck. Good. So just hold it up. We're not really pulsing when we're pressing out, working that outer glute. Good. Really feeling it in the abs too. Everything's kind of connected here. We'll make sure your glutes and your abs are tight. So try not to bring the band in too much. You want it to be taut. Give me 4 more here. 4. Also have your arms up. That makes it a little harder, believe it or not. And hold it up now. And pulse it. 8, 7, 6. These are a little quicker. You're holding it out and you're squeezing up. Again, if it's too much, have hands down, but you're not pressing in. Okay, just a little bit of a light support. Ooh, we have 2 more sets. Oh, feeling it. Make sure the core is tight to protect that low back. Keep that band stretched for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Can you hold it up? Bring your hands down. Walk those feet in a little bit. We're going to do glute bridge marches. So we're going to bring one leg in, put it down. Now your hips are not going to be as high here. You're feeling for evenness here. If it's too much with the band, you can take it off. So it's great for the low abs as well as the glutes. You should be locked into the glutes before you think about lifting that knee up. If you want to make this harder, you're going to come up on your tippy toes and be right there. Now, it is a lot harder with the band on, but it also puts you in good form. You don't want to jam the knee in. You're just kind of lifting it in. Good. I really have to concentrate here because you want those hips to be level. They're not going to be as high, okay, for these marches. If you want to make it a little harder, this is a great option if you don't like planks. This is great for your lower abs. A lot harder on the tippy toes. Come on, a couple more. I felt that hip going. You can also do this with your feet down and bring it down. Hug your knees in. Really nice. We're going single leg glute bridge. All right, so again, you can take the band off anytime. We're going to take the right leg and bring it up. Push into your left leg and make sure your knee is not going out to the side. Pull it in a little bit, and we're going to go up and up. So up an inch, down an inch, not too fast. You can have your knee bent if you like that better. I like legs straight up. So you're using that resistance. Good. Relax the head, neck, and shoulders. This is part 1. We have 2 exercises on each side. This is an excellent one. Feeling that core too. So really push against that resistance. I know your left leg is feeling it. Right leg is up. There's energy in this leg though. Hold it up and then go down and up. Now we're holding constant tension on that left glute. Now if you want to, you can go back and up. Oh, my left glute. This is a great one if you don't like squats or lunges. We're going to be doing some more squats and deadlifts today. This is a great one. It's very knee friendly. Woo. Hold that tension. I know your glutes not lifted that high. It doesn't need to be. It's a single leg. Give me 2 more. Oh, don't let that hip drop. Last one. And bring it down. Oh, hug your knees into the chest. We have those 2 moves on the other side. Oh, who said you couldn't get a good glute workout in a short amount of time? So we're going to now push into the right foot. Okay. Left leg extends. Come up to that single leg glute bridge. Up a little, down a little. So you're feeling that pull here. Again, you can do this without. You can do it with also just a weight on this side. But I'm feeling adequate resistance from this band. So what you don't want to do is this. Okay? You want to go lift from a lifted position. It's just a small dip, up an inch, down an inch. Again, this is going to add a little bit of extra imbalance, I should say, because you don't have that little base of support. There's energy in this leg. I like to think of my heel up to the ceiling or my toe. Okay, but you can also have it neutral. Good. Hold it up. And now we're going to lower and lift. I'm going to bring my arms away. That makes it a little harder. press into your heel. You can even lift that toe a little bit on this supporting leg if you want a little more, but I find even just pushing into the heel, I'm really feeling that hamstring and glute. You're doing your best to keep those hips lifted. How are we doing? We're almost there. Come on, a few more seconds. Whew. I thought I would do this one first. Usually we start standing and we work our way down, but I thought, let's see how it feels doing this first. Whew. One more. Bring it up and down. Hug it in. Oh, take a nice little stretch here. Lift your head, neck, and shoulders. Roll 3 times. And then we're going to come up to a boat position. Just hold your boat. Good. Hold it there if you can hold here. But if your feet are down, that's fine too. Just hold it here. A little core work here. If you want to straighten those legs, you can. You can lift your arms up to make it harder. And feel my legs and my core for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Let's take a little back stretch. So heels down, knees bent, lean forward, reach for your toes, and tuck your chin a little bit under and look at your belly button. Let's stretch out those hamstrings now. So walk your feet out and fold over your legs. Remember, it's not about touching your toes. It's about hinging to feel that nice stretch in the hammies. Nice job. All right, we're going to come around before we stand. So put that support on your knees. If you need a drink of water, you can grab it. So I'm just going to put that towel there just for a little extra support, but not too much. Hands are under your shoulders, okay? If you don't like this position, you can come down to your elbows, okay? That's a good position. Or maybe you want your hands on dumbbells. That's also a nice position. You're going to point your toes. You can have a slight bend in the elbows here. All right, we're going to take a right leg back and we're going to pulse it. Woo. So see, this can happen with the band. So if that happens, put it under the leg that's down. It really helps. And we're going to pulse it. Just a straight leg lift. You want your back as straight as you can. I have a little arch in my low back, but that's just me. But my back is straight. You don't want to be here. That would be too much. I'm going to reach to the crown of the head. So again, that band, if it's slipping, the fabric bands don't slip too much. They actually don't slip at all. So your glutes facing the ceiling. We're just getting a little extra burn before we stand. Good. You're doing great. You have about 5 seconds. Again, you can be here. Good. It's a little easier on your back and your wrists. And last one, bring it in. So again, if that band does do this, just put it under the supporting knee. I'm just going to kind of start over here. Once it unravels, it's like you have to just fix it. Okay. Sometimes it does it, sometimes it doesn't. So, okay. All right. So we're going to lift that leg and pulse. Good. Reach to the crown of the head. So you're not looking down. You're not really looking up. Good. So a couple of things you can do. If your wrists bother you, keep going. You can either put your hands on dumbbells or you can take a mat or a towel and elevate it under the pads. Sometimes that's enough to help. Again, if you're really feeling it, uncomfortable, come down here. Don't let momentum take over. Push up. You can flex your foot or point, doesn't really matter. Reach to the crown of the head and make sure your hips are like headlights facing down. Whew. Almost there. It's just a little extra bonus burn here for the core and the glute. You have 5 seconds. Reach to the crown of the head. 4, 3, 2, and bring it in. Whew. Come into downward facing dog and just stretch those hamstrings one more time. Walk your hands in and then bend your knees, roll it up one vertebrae at a time. And then roll those shoulders at the top, maybe an arm circle. Awesome job. I'm going to keep this band on, but I'm going to bring it down between the knee and the ankle. So whenever we use a band, we never want it on a joint, like a knee, an ankle, or a hip, or anything like that. All right. So we're just going to do a little bit of a cardio low impact. You're going to come down to a little squat and walk. Okay, walk. Pretty quick. Let me move back so you can see me. And my heels are down. Okay, so we're in a little baby squat. So we're going to see how this feels when we stand. So I want you to stand up, but keep your knees slightly bent, okay? And then back. Now, if you have room to move 4 times, go 4, 3, 2, 1. I want your hands either here or out in front of you. You're going to feel the fire in those outer thighs. Your core has to work hard here. You're kind of leading with that heel. Again, 2 is fine. And you're trying to do it without doing that, okay? So I want you to be kind of soft in the knees here. You don't want to be locked. All right, I'm going to pick up the pace. You have about 15 seconds. Keep moving up. Nice. This is a great way to just get your heart rate up a little. Not a lot, but it is good to kind of get that heart pumping here. Last one. If you have those arms down, you're more likely to be imbalanced. Good job. All right. So now we're going to tap out to the side. So now our heart rate's going to go up a little bit more. We're going to be in a squat. So you're going to open up the knees, tap out, tap out. You have 30 seconds each side. Feel those outer thighs. You're going to feel this leg, this glute. Abs are tight. Keep pushing into this heel. So don't let that heel lift up. Sometimes I see this. So you're just pushing. You can run those arms. That heart rate up a little bit here. Come on, 5 more seconds on this side. Going for that overload. And switch right into it. You got a fresh leg here. So stay in that little baby squat or just a shallow squat. Not too deep. Push out. So I'm straightening. Tap. So I'm not just going like this. I'm really push. It's a little harder with the band around the ankles. Keep pushing into this heel. This leg, I want you to feel it in mostly. But I know your heart rate's up. You can do this without a band too, and you can hold a weight right here. 3, 2, 1. Woo. Nice job. Take that band, put it back above the knees. All right. Woo. Get your 1 weight or 2. You can have 2 weights at your side, or you can hold 2 weights racked here. I'm going to hold them at my side. Good. Feet apart. A little stretch on the band. And we're going to go down and up. And up. Good. So you're getting resistance from the weights. You're getting resistance from the band. Push out onto the band. Good. Nice and slow. Take it down and hold. Up and squeeze. So I want that little hold. Eyes up, chest up. Good. So sometimes I see this in a squat. So that's more of a deadlift. Come on, push out. If it's too much with the weights, you can take 1 weight like a goblet. Just don't let the weight pull you forward. All right, I'm going to try to open up a little more. 2 more. Last one. And come up. Good. Now we are going to go to 1 weight. Just take a little break. 1 weight. And we're going to pulse at the bottom for 3 and come up. So I'm going to open up my feet. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, up. So your goal is to sit back deep and push out against the band. Squeeze up. Come on, squeeze. Make sure that weight's not pulling you forward. If it is, just drop the weight out. Should be a nice straight line from your glutes to the crown of the head. Come on. Push, squeeze. Really resist off those heels. You have 8 seconds left. Come on. Make sure that core's in tight. Last one. We have a deadlift. Nice job. You can keep the band on because we're going to need it in a second. You're going to have 2 weights. You can go a little heavier if you want. I'm good with my 12s today. Feet apart. We're not really using the band too much here, but you'll be surprised. You'll feel it. We have that hip hinge. Shutting that door behind you. Down for 2 and up for 2. Now I'm going to make a little change 30 seconds in if you want it. You don't have to. It's a little bit more advanced. Now, I like my weights in front of me for deadlift. Some people like them at the sides of the body. It feels better on their back. I just tend to like this position. Where you go down is up to you and how you feel in your low back. So if I go down too low and I'm not in my core, I'm going to start rounding. So you want to just push into the heels to come up. And I'm going to add a little hesitation. So down halfway, down and up. It's more time under tension. You're doing great. You only have about 10 seconds left. Nothing changes with the weights. They're just kind of hanging there. Good. Shoulder blades back and down. One more. And up. Woo. Nice job. All right. Take 1 weight. I'm going to be good with 1. You can take 2 racked. Okay. We're going to walk up, push up, walk back. So you're going to be in a squat. You're going to walk up, up, press, and then walk back and press. Here we go. Be aware of which leg you're leading with. Good. Now, I want you to think of this press. If you're like, Chris, I thought we were working legs today. Why am I lifting a weight over my head? This press is more of a leg and core move. I'm going to turn to the side. It's more of a core move and legs, not really shoulder. But yeah, our biceps are holding that weight in a rack position. Woo. Come on, push. Stay in control. Keep that band stretched. We have a little finisher. Hold this one. Hold it down. And press out 16 times. My heels are down. I'm just adding a little bit more resistance here. You can hold the weight like this, but please don't hold it on your chest. Can you see my legs going out? Ooh, 8 more. Try not to hyperextend the back. Press in those heels. 3, 2, 1. Bring it up. Ooh. Take that out of your hand. I'm going to just get a quick drink. I'm going to go right to the other leg. And then we have a single leg deadlift. All right, good job. So hold on to that weight again. We're going to go forward with the other foot. I like holding it like this. For this one, feet apart. Make sure you're feeling that resistance. So one thing with the band, if it's too tight or your feet aren't as far enough apart as they need to be, you don't want the knee to go or the foot to go where the knee isn't going. So that's why you might have to bring it in a little bit. What you don't want to do is have this happen or this happen, okay? All right, bring it down. I'm going to walk forward and back with this foot. Up. So really control the movement. I'm going to show you from the side again. Push into those heels. Now you can find a pace that you can stick with. Your heart rate's going to go up. It's just a monster walk and a press. Come on. Squeeze. Hold. Stabilize that core in your movement before you move. Before you mobilize. You do have that little finisher again. It's going to be a little different this time. Now your back might feel the fatigue from holding the weight and holding the position. So if you need to get rid of the weight, hold it here, hold it, hold it. We're going to step, whole foot. Now I'm not here, okay? I'm in that squat. I'm going to take my weight out, okay? And just show you can just pretend you're holding a weight. Because if your back is feeling fatigued and you're holding like this, you're going to wake up with pain tomorrow. I mean, you may have muscle ache from holding the weight here, because this is a lot of core and upper back when you're holding a weight for a while. But that's going to be more in the muscle. I just don't want your joints and low back to feel it. Last two. Last one. Bring it up. Woo. All right. Single leg deadlift. Now you can use one weight or two here. We're going to have our right leg forward. This toe is popped because we're not going to be lifting it up. We're going to keep it safe. About 80% of your weight is here, 20 on this if you want to think of it like this. We're doing a deadlift and then a squat. Okay? So keep that back toe light. So it's hinge, squat. Again, I love putting these two together because it very clearly defines these movements. 45 seconds. Ready? I may drop to one dumbbell. Here we go. And I'm going to bring my weights to the side for the squat. So this is very glute heavy on the right glute. Hinge, pop it up, open that chest, chest up. So hinge, 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 rise up through that glute, chest up, eyes up. So the squat would be quicker than the deadlift here. Reassess every time. Sometimes I really have to tell myself what I'm doing, what I should be squeezing. Keep that back toe light. Come on. Feels good to do one of each. You're also working your core big time. Glutes are part of the core. You're working your low back. Come on. One more. Oh, last one. Woo. And put those weights down just to get them out of your hands. We're going to do the other side. Woo. And then we're going to take the band off, do one more move, lateral lunge, and we're good to go. All right, pick them up. Other leg forward, 45 seconds. Here we go. Hinge, rise up, squat. Now, you could also do this with or without a band with your back toe on a bench. But I wanted to keep this workout pretty much minimal equipment. But you can always have that foot on a bench. I probably wouldn't have a band on, but you might. Keep that back toe light. Come on. Just think about pushing into that front heel. Really push off to rise up from the deadlift and from the squat. Almost there. Chest up. So hinge. It's a great one if you're just starting out because we're doing one of each. Not that it's easy, but it organizes it in your mind. Hinge. Sometimes I see deadlifts become squats and squats become deadlifts. So it clearly defines it. Last one. Ooh, that was a good one. I felt it. Went down a little further. End time. All right. Take that band off. So you really didn't need it on that one, I would say, but we had it on. So it added a little something, something. Nice. All right. So we're going to get one dumbbell. I'll give you an option. All right. You can do it without a dumbbell. So your feet are wide. Okay, so this is a lateral. You might call it a lateral lunge, but our feet are planted, so that's a lateral squat. And we're going to go quick and tap that weight on the instep, okay? Or if you didn't like that, you could just go side to side, hold the weight at your chest. You might like that better. What you have to be careful of here is that you're not rounding. You want to think long, reach to the crown of the head. This is it. And then we stretch. All right. Weight in your left hand, and then we bend the right knee first. Now you can make this quick, but I still want you to hit your points. You might want to drop and tap that dumbbell just like we tapped it before, or we tapped the floor in the warm-up. So you might want to make it a little harder by getting lower, pausing. So it is a toss, but it's very controlled. Take that opposite arm out. It's pushing those hips back. You're going to feel your inner thighs too. Come on. A leg day here. It's nice to do just the leg workout and just an upper body. Like I did in this program, I did a total body strength, which was a little longer because we were working everything. And then I did an arms and abs. And this is glutes and legs. Also, you are working your core here. Last one. Whew. Finish it. Come up. Whew. Nice work. We're going to stretch. Let's just take a roll down. Inhale. Peel yourself off that imaginary wall. And then roll it back up. I like a little back extension there. Feels good. But you could just do a shoulder roll there. Knees are slightly bent. You want to be in control of your low back. So it's not about touching the floor. That's not what this is about. This is about articulating the spine. We do a roll up on the floor. This is just the standing version. One more. And hold it down there. Bend your knees, hands down, walk it out to a down dog. Okay, hold that. You can adjust the feet. Feet are about hip distance apart. Hands are about shoulder distance. Just press. You can press both heels down and hold. Bring your chest down a little more. Really feel that nice length through the hamstrings, the calves. It's okay if your if your heels don't touch. That's okay. All right, let's come into a plank. Yep, we are in a plank for a little bit. And come down to your elbows. And roll to your big toes. And just hold this. Just feel your strength. I see a lot of this in a plank. I want almost to feel like you're shot out of a cannon or something. Hands are apart. Squeeze the glutes. I'm going to bring my feet a little closer together. Roll to your toes. Almost there. You're going to feel your shoulders. You're going to feel your core. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Breathe. And come to your knees. Nice job. Sit back into child's pose. Now, if you want, again, depending on what surface you're on, you can have that pad under there. I just like to remind you, we don't want your knees to hurt. And if you want to feel a nice stretch in the chest, take your hands together and press your elbows into the mat or the floor. And you're going to feel a nice stretch in the chest as well as the tricep. You can also elevate your elbows on a bench. So if you had a bench, you could do that on the bench or a countertop, a desk. If you're standing, it's just a nice stretch. All right, come to all fours. Good. Give me a little cat-cow. Just waiting for Jenny to join me. Good. Nice. We're just going to thread the needle. Even though this was a glute and leg workout, it really is nice to stretch those obliques. You're going to bring one arm up, hips back a little. Feel for that open shoulder. That's going to help you in all your weighted movements. Thread under, hold. Just relax, breathe into it. You can take your head and look the other way. Stretch that neck a little, but you're not forcing anything. Hips are just back a little bit. Come on up and go to the other side. Slowly bring that arm up. And, you might be tight here, so I want you to spend some time opening. I'm going to show you from the front. So just don't throw your arm up there. The point is opening through that shoulder. I've been working on shoulder mobility, thread it under, and it really pays off in my strength training. I have much greater range of motion. My shoulders just generally feel better. Just even in push-ups and things like that. Nice big breath. Again, take that head to the opposite side. I'm a little tighter on this side. So that's how you know you need to work on maybe one side more than the other. Good job. Come back up into down dog. Walk those hands in. Roll it up. Roll those shoulders. Big deep breath. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. And have a great rest of your day. I hope you enjoyed that. Express glutes and legs. There's so much you can do with it. I know some of you don't like squats or lunges, so I tried to do something a little bit more knee friendly with equipment, but you can do it all without equipment. So thank you. Let me know what you're thinking, how you're liking this, and I will see you next time.